Hey guys, Scott here, and today we're doing something a bit different. So, pretty much all my videos are me just beating up random people at, at Pontiffs. I occasionally, I do viewer duels on my stream, but on my YouTube I never really have anything where I'm actually fighting, good players. So, I thought I'd start a little series where I fight people that I know to be extremely good players and, have fights that actually require me to do, smarter things and not just kind of beat up people that have never even played the game before. Because that doesn't make me good. That doesn't make me better. Dying to people that are, as good as me or better makes me a better player. So, today we're going to start off with Skorbrand, who is probably the best Dark Souls 2 player I've ever fought. And this whole... I asked him a duel because I made a thread about what I thought, weapon tiers were in this game, and he argued that the Estoc is the best, and I argue that the Karthus is just on the same level as it. So this motherfucker actually brought up the Estoc-turtle build, which is widely considered to be the best build in the game. He didn't use a great shield. He used a medium shield. I think he used a Lothric Knight and a Silver Knight shield in this one. But I wanted to prove that I could beat it with the Karthus, and it works sometimes and doesn't work sometimes. So these are definitely some really even fights. And if you want to look at how stupid how stupid high-level PvP looks, this is it. So here we go. Alright, so this is going to be our very first fight. Now, I hadn't fought an Estoc-turtle in a very long time, months, so... Spoilers, I get fucking annihilated here. I played really, really bad. I'm also not that great with the Gargoyle Flame Spear. I just wanted to see if the chip damage would be useful. I mean, it was doing 30 a hit, but he's not going to be stupid and keep blocking those, so... Using the spear is a bad idea. It's much slower than the Estoc, and I'm going to lose the trades every time. Mostly because he's doing pure physical damage with a Leo counter, and I'm doing split damage, and I don't even have the Leo ring on, so... Really bad idea to be trading with an Estoc like that, so I get punished heavily for that. Now, he swapped shields here. I don't remember why he swapped. It might have been a higher fire resistance shield. I wasn't 100% sure on that one. Actually, we'll see if I hit him how much damage it does. I'm trying to just mash R1 now, because I know he's not really going to try to parry me very often. Usually when two, good players fight, they just never really try to parry each other, because no one is really predictable enough to get parried. Plus, he's using a medium shield, too, so a very tiny window. So I know I'm probably not going to get parried fighting him. There he perfectly stops my R1, then roll catches me again perfectly. Do a charged R2, which is a mistake, no point. Roll catches me again. At this point, I switch back to the Karthus because I realize I'm just not as good with the Gargoyle Flame Spear. And he's going to win on trades with me regardless. I could try to outspace it, but it would be a bunch of little pokes, and he'd be regenning. He just swapped to his Blessed Cestus right now, and now he's turtling, because he's going to get back up to Lloyd's Shield Ring range, and we're going to hear the sound effect of the Shield Ring probably very soon. And then that means he's back at full health. Yeah, right there. So now he's going to switch back to his weapon, and I spaced horribly there, and I got punished for it immensely. Now he's back at full health with the Life Ring regeneration, so... at this point, I just say, fuck it. I'm just going to mash R1s with my spear. It's kind of mashing R1 is actually not that bad of an idea if you know the guy's not going to try to parry you, so... I pretty much devolve into that. It ends up, scoring a couple of hits. Hey, scoring. But, I definitely end up getting wrecked this fight. Mostly because I was uncomfortable and, not very good with the spear, but... I think using the spear was the bad choice, so... We'll see in the next duels I kind of stop using the spear very often, and I start sticking with the Karthus, and it ends up working a lot better. So round 2, I figure I'm probably going to stick with my Karthus a bit more since I'm more comfortable with it. But I know I switch to the spear occasionally, just to, I don't know, change my timings a bit, make him change his patterns a bit. But, I mean, he knows what I'm doing, so it ends up not working that well. But I get a little bit more comfortable with my Karthus now. I know that I'm underestimating the amount of stamina damage it does to shield, so eventually I start getting kind of spammy, and he's forced to roll, and then I roll catch him a couple of times. We end up trading, but he's lower health, so it's not a good idea for him to be doing that. I think I forgot to swap my ring right here. Actually hit him out of a running R1 there, which is a smart idea to do. Running R1 into regular R1, I'll at the very least trade with him, but this fight's moving a lot faster than the other ones. He perfectly predicts me doing a running R1, actually stops me before I can do it, and the running R1's extremely fast. Does it again on me, and at this point, I don't want him to get that range on me, so I start doing 4 R1s in a row, and I stagger the 5th one. making him think I'm out of stamina, but I have 1 hit left. He drops his shield, and then I get the last hit. So that one was really close, and I banked on him not set up parrying me because, again, like, good players are kind of scared to parry each other, so it was a gamble, but it ended up working. All right, round 3. This one gets a bit closer. We were starting to feel each other out now. We haven't fought each other in a while, so it had kind of been... we kind of forgot how to fight each other, but I noticed he switched to a Silver Knight shield, which has extremely high fire resistance, so I kind of start giving up on the Gargoyle Flame Spear. I see he's just not even getting guard broken. He's taking no chip damage, so sticking with the Gargoyle Spear is not going to be a good idea, because he can just block these all day and then out-trade me. He can swing faster than I can actually swing twice with the Estoc, so I think I did a rolling attack there by accident, so I tried gesturing. Swap my rings. Finally, I switch back to the Karthus. It's I mean, it's the weapon I'm best with. I don't know why I keep switching out. I need to just stick with this. So, I also get... No, I tried getting clapped there because I was going to do something funny and then I fucked up. So, I start getting more aggressive here because I realize that it's the strength of the Karthus, and I'm not using it because I'm scared of his R1 Leo counters, which it is scary. But eventually I start getting some damage in, and it's... that's why. That's why I put the gesture there. It's just not going to happen on either of us ever. So I'm going to try to guard break him by doing a bunch of R1s in a row, because the Karthus is really damn fast. It's as fast as the Estoc, so that's kind of what I'm going into the fight here with. He switches back to his Estus, trying to regen into shield ring health like a dirty little turtle. I'm going to start pressuring him more, though. I'm not going to let him keep doing that. He's eventually forced to roll away. Goes back up to it again, but I'm still at full stamina, so I can keep doing this. And I think eventually he's forced to roll. Because every time I walk forward... Yeah, see, I didn't think I'd actually guard break him, so I mashed R1. I didn't even get a counter hit, unfortunately. Here we trade 3 hits because we each think the other one's not going to keep R1ing, but he ends up winning those trades, but I get some decent damage on him. Here I hit him again, and then for some reason I just didn't roll after that. I don't know why I didn't. That was just a honest fuck up. I kind of just stood there after he started attacking, so that was just stupid on my end, but we're getting better to much closer fights. That was definitely a really solid one. Alrighty, round 4. So I'm going to stick pretty much only with the Karthus this time. It was working out for me before, and I need to stick with it. We get a pretty even trade there. Nothing much happens, though. We both swap our rings out. I start getting a bit heavier on the R1s as he tries to turtle. I'm not going to keep letting him do this, so if I move forward in R1, he can't block all of them. I get a roll catch on him there. So that whole turtle strategy he's doing is going to end up not working against the Karthus. It does too much poison or stamina damage to shields. So he eventually has to abandon that plan. And now we're back kind of at a square one, except I've got a health lead, so I can trade with him as much as I want and still probably end up winning. So I wait for him to roll it there, get a roll catch. I spacing correctly there. He punishes it very well. We mashed R1 to each other. See, I don't know why he mashed R1 that time. That was very strange. He knew I had more health than him, and yet he kept trying to R1. He probably thought that I was going to back up because the Estoc's faster, but, I mean, at the very least we would have traded, so that was a poor choice on his part. Alright, so we changed areas because he blamed that last death on lag like a fucking scrub. I'm pretty sure he just has a really shitty computer, so we just switched it up here. I'm not used to fighting here, so it's a little bit different, but you'll see it. I actually get fucked over by the arena in one of these fights. I forget which one, though. He gets a nice running R1 on me. I'm going to have to swap my ring out. I have not gotten an actual hit on him yet. Just kind of biding my time, seeing how aggressive he is. He's took the Silver Knight shield away, so I brought the Gargoyle Flame Spear back out just to see how that work. I see he's circling to backstab me, so I don't keep swinging because he would have absolutely done it. 30 chip damage, not bad, but unfortunately Estoc is much faster, so I'm not going to be able to swing there. That, I was still curious about what happened there. It was really weird. I swung behind him and I still hit him. That was kind of bizarre, like I hit him with the handle of it. Surprised I didn't get that roll catch, honestly. He's starting to regen, but he knows it didn't work last time, so he immediately abandons it. And now I'm back to the Karthus. He's getting a little bit more aggressive than he usually is, so I kind of use that to my advantage, knowing how he's going to perform. Then he backs up a little bit. He's doing more running R1s than he normally does, which is weird. Then he blocked that one. Really, really big mistake. Don't know why he... I think he did a shield poke attack there, which is a huge fuck up. Kind of very unlike him to do something like that. Getting guard broken is pretty hard to do in this game, so I'm really, really surprised that he fucked that up. All right, so we kind of have the same song and dance over and over again. Doing a R1 after a running R1 is a pretty good idea with the Karthus because it comes out so damn fast. The worst thing that'll happen is we'll trade a hit. So, I mean, it'll still hurt because he'll probably do a Leering counter, but here I'm starting to try to roll catch him. He can't block all of these, so now he's forced to abandon his shield and he rolls back twice. He's out of stamina now, but he gets enough regen to start going the offensive again. I get a solid hand on him this time, but it's not enough to really do much. Just kind of feeling each other out again. He's doing a lot more running R1s than I'm used to, which is kind of weird. Like, a lot more. That's definitely not the best part of the Estoc for sure. I did not expect him to punch me in the face with his healing glove, so that caught me off guard and did like 300 damage. So I'm just going to keep trying to get aggressive with the Karthus. That's really the best thing to do. It's really hard to trade with an Estoc, but him blocking is the best thing that can happen. I want him to keep blocking me over and over again because the Karthus does pretty good stamina damage, so if he keeps blocking, that's a good thing. I want him to keep doing that. At the at the worst situation, he'll roll away, and then I can try a roll catch. So if I get him in that loop, it's good. I just can't have him be on the aggressive side. I need him to be on the defensive side, which is hard to do because the Estoc is so good like that at stopping aggression. So it's really, really hard to do, and it's, you know, against a good player, it's going to come down to just half luck, half him fucking up, half me fucking up. It's a lot of these fights are just down to, you know, us doing actions at the same time, and none of us could have predicted that action, and then we react based on that. So it's definitely interesting. It's much different from normal Pontiff fights where I can read what the guy's going to do next over and over again. Here he fucks up a running R1, and I can actually stop him before it hits, which is pretty rare, especially with a spear. Surprised he missed a roll catch on that one, though. Now he got me into a corner, and then I was fucked. I just looked back there. I'm like, oh, right. This is a really small arena. I'm so used to fighting in the Pontiffs, so, all right, this was our last I didn't realize
fight.
my back was to a roll already, and I
couldn't backpedal anymore.
So
the over here
the
first.
arena completely fucked me over
Now
there.
we're,
But that's my fault. I mean,
pretty much doing the
I
same
have
thing we've
eyes,
been
I can
doing
see
now.
that.
It's just
I'm
going to come down
fighting in
to
this
there.
arena, so
I was really confused
definitely
about what
will come
happened.
right
It looked
there.
like I Dark Souls 1 dead angled him. Like I went behind his model and hit him in the back while he had his shield up. I kind of want to watch that one later in slow motion, see what the hell happened there. Again, the punch with the Cestus, never expected. He knows I'm trying to pressure him, not actually hit him, so he knows he can actually hit me with the Cestus, and it ends up working really well. He gets a sloppy roll catch there. He gets roll caught again, but he puts his shield up, but he can't block all these, so he's forced to roll back many times. He's probably got stamina for about 1 or 2 swings, but he chooses to roll anyway. Swap my ring back. We trade with the running R1, but the stun is so short he can R1 me out of it. I did a rolling R1 there by accident, and then I gestured because it was embarrassing. Take out the spear again to change up his timings. Not going to work that much, though. And I just stick back with the Karthus. Again, trying to get him on a defensive mode of play. So once he's on the defensive, I win. If he stays on the aggressive side, I lose. And it's very hard to out-aggress an Estoc. So I hope he leans on the turtle side of the Estoc-turtle, not the Estoc side. So every time he switches that Cestus, I get very happy, but he doesn't do it very often, so. I tried staggering my R1 there to roll catch him, but I fucked it up. And then again, he decides to trade with me, which is very surprising, considering he's not a dumbass and he's one of the best players I've ever fought. Very strange that he would try to trade an R1 while I'm winning the trades. Like, the Karthus comes out just as fast as the Estoc, so definitely a bad decision on his end, but in the end, I think we had pretty even duels. I think he was, like 4-3 or 3-4? Either way, I would like to thank Skorbrand for testing this. Fuck off, Skorbrand. All right, that's enough for now, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. I think I'm going to be doing this as a series, fighting other, like, you know, really notably good PvPers, and I think that would be a welcome change from, you know, the usual Pontiff duels. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will hopefully see you next time. Take it easy.